What's up, y'all? Joe. Fucking good morning. I just woke up. Literally just woke up. Welcome back for another video of Joe's weekend. And fair warning, it's more of a rant than anything else in a report. So something I recently discovered is that it's actually a lot of YouTube channels that they dedicate their channel to basically theme parks, right? I had no idea that this was such a thing. I mean, it makes sense, right? And I don't know what the fuck this is but yeah, there's a lot of YouTube channels that focus on theme parks, right? Which I think is cool, obviously, right? Because they go around America and they film what goes on and this and that. So I'll admit, I kind of got the idea, be like, well, since me and my girlfriend, we do theme parks shit a lot, we can't report on what goes on and stuff like that. I don't know, just give me an idea to create content, right? Yeah, fucking no. If you guys like Disneyland, though, one YouTube channel I did find is called Magic Journeys. They actually do a really good work with their content. They focus more on food side of theme parks as well as the other attractions, but yeah, they do like a report on food and all that, and yeah, these guys do a good job. They're a couple, they do a good job, right? But I guess I want to talk about more of my experience. But now when Super Nintendo World finally opened up in Universal Studios, right? They did have an advanced showing, only a select few people can go and stuff like that. But I think they also did have almost like a media only kind of thing, right? Now I'm not exactly sure about that, but I mean I know they did have a very limited amount of people to enter, right? To check out this stuff. When people started reporting their videos on Nintendo World, I mean for the most part that was a limited capacity showing for people to show up. They filmed, they did their thing or whatever, right? So a lot of the hardcore people showed up, to make videos and to build up, some attention, and excitement for the new land, right? So me and my girlfriend finally got to be able to go to Nintendo World and Universal, right? And my God, that was a fucking mess. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It sucked. All right, I just want to make this very fucking clear. Universal Studios is fucking cool, right? By itself, it's cool, right? The experience of the environment itself, Super Nintendo Land, was really cool, right? I just want to get that out of the way. What I'm saying is Universal Studios is in this area, right? It's basically up in the hills, almost literally Universal Studios is basically its own city, has its own zip code and all that shit, its own fire department, so on and so forth, right? It's a big land because it's an actual active studio, right? It's pretty cool. What I'm trying to fucking bitch about in this video is basically the overall experience of getting there and being there when it's too fucking crowded, right? I have had some good days at Universal Studios. I mean, there's been mornings and days where I just got up and went, drove, no problem. The crowd was little, I was able to do almost everything. Those days are nice, right? But this is before Nintendo World opened, right? So I think that's the main thing that's going on right now. Everybody wants to check out Super Nintendo World, and it's just so fucking crowded, right? And Los Angeles, dude, the traffic is just bad. See all those yellow lines? I mean, I'm sure all fucking Google Maps are the same, right? But I mean, yeah, this clusterfuck right here, this shit gets jam-packed, and it's just terrible, right? You have options to maybe go around all this traffic, but you going on the outside, these exterior freeways, that can usually add another 30 minutes of travel time, depending, right? But I mean, yeah, for the most part, getting there to Universal Studios is a pain in the ass, right? So if you're planning on driving there and driving back the same day, you're gonna not have a good time. So this section here sucks ass to get there. So yeah, that morning was stressful as fuck because I had to we were stuck to close to 2 hours just to get to Universal Studios from where we're at. Without traffic, it usually takes about 20 minutes to get to Universal Studios, right? But that wasn't the case in this situation. That was pretty stressful. Once we finally got there, it was already sold out. We were worried that we were not possibly going to be able to get in, but that was not the problem. Thankfully, we were able to enter with our passes, right? Because we got the gold pass. Thankfully, my girlfriend, she was smart. Before passing the parking payment booth area to enter the parking lot, my girlfriend, when she got on her phone and she got a virtual line to enter Super Nintendo World, right? She was able to do it while we were inside the parking structure, right? So we lucked out, and I'm glad she did that because the moment we entered Universal Studios, all virtual lines were gone. They were just sold out or they were just taken up, right? So we got lucky. A lot of people, they mainly focus on going to Super Nintendo Land, so we were able to at least go to the tram ride, which was a 20-minute wait, right? Which is cool enough. I mean, me and my girlfriend, we've been on that thing a bunch of times, so it's kind of okay, we just did that to kill some time before we were able to enter Super Nintendo Land in our time, which is like around 2 o'clock, right? That's the time we had the virtual line to enter, Super Nintendo Land. So we wanted to eat something, but lines were terrible. So we went to like a cafe where they actually have like hot food put out, almost like, a deli. Say you go to Albertsons, you can pick up some hot food and go. They actually have something like that in Universal. So we went there and like we just waited for like 10 minutes. They put out pizza, so we grabbed that. We shared one. There was no table, so we had to eat on the ground, which that sucked. My girl, we still had like almost an hour or so, less than that, before our time came up to enter the Super Nintendo Land. My girlfriend wanted ice cream, so we went in line for a ice cream, and god damn it was so fucking packed. People keep cutting in front of us and between us while we wait in line. I was just like not organized, which kind of sucked. Also, like, kept running out of like ingredients for the machine, so it took us like 40 minutes just to like get an ice cream. So at least they killed time for us to wait till we are able to like enter Super Nintendo Land. So by this time, I'll admit I was kind of over it. Thankfully, it wasn't like hot. It's still somewhat chilly in California. But yeah, it was like not fun, and like by the time we entered like Super Nintendo Land, I was like, okay, cool, I got some footage, and you enter like a pipe, and that makes that noise that when you enter, right, the doo 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 doo, when you enter the fucking pipe. And when you enter the land, it's cool, right? I'm not gonna deny that it's cool. They put into a lot of work into it. They put effort and time and a lot of detail. It's cool, right? It is really cool. But again, it was too fucking crowded. We couldn't do anything. It was just fucking lame. If you wanted to like go on the ride for like the Mario Kart thing, that thing was like over 2 hours of wait time, which is no fucking way I wanted to do that. I was already tired and shit from just being around people and stuff like that. Also, like the machines broke. We tried to do like the single rider line, but like that wasn't even moving. And like yeah, I guess we overheard some people say that like the ride broke, so now like they are handing out like fast pass tickets for other rides of Universal that's not Super Mario, the cart. So it's kind of like shit. Like they're selling this kind of like a virtual band things. They're like $40 each. You have to wait in line to actually activate something, which I thought was kind of dumb. It's like, yeah, you pay $40 to go around and activate props, but they have lines for you to do that. Another thing is, like, I guess after a while of you doing that, because I guess you have to link up your wristband to a phone app that through Universal Studios, right? And then like you guess by doing a certain amount of coins or whatever, you get like a key. I haven't played Mario in a long ass time, so I don't know what they're talking about. But I guess you get a key, you're able to enter like a certain like dungeon, right? The only people that get that key by using a wristband are able to enter, right? So in a way, they make you buy the wristband if you want to get the full experience or whatever, find whatever business, right? But the overall idea of like the hitting the bricks and all that shit, like I didn't like, because like they just had like weird random pockets of like rooms where you enter and there were just like 4 bricks that you can hit, and that's it. I was like, the fuck? I was just like, I don't know, I didn't like it. Yeah, I mean, entering the environment is cool. I wasn't able to enter like the Toad Cafe, like the restaurant, because it was like overbooked. I don't know. Overall, my experience of this day, I guess, like, I want to like share, I guess, what I learned about all this. I feel like with the digital age, and everything being vlogs and Instagram and selfies and whatever the fuck, I feel like honestly I'm at a point where I realize that like a lot of shit, in particular in Los Angeles, there's a lot of cool stuff to visit and view, but I think a lot of this stuff is created with the mind of people making videos and taking selfies, right? They want to create like a perfect selfie environment, and that's what I felt Mario Land was. It's almost like it's a very small area. You can sit in the middle of it and you can just turn around. No matter where you are, where you're standing from, in the middle of like Super Nintendo World, there's a cool thing in the background to take pictures. You got the the Peach's Castle. You got like, some like Goombas or fucking desert guys like rolling in the background. It was cool, right? Visually. But I'm just saying, like, even like in Los Angeles, like, I mean, there's a lot of cool things to visit in LA, but it's getting there is a fucking pain in the ass. And I just think that's something that like people don't talk about in their videos when they're doing their vlogs of like theme parks. It's just like, these environments are fucking a pain in the ass to get to. God damn it. And I think like, because people are so fucking like selfie hungry to like, take a cool picture, they like dismiss the fucking 2 hours stuck in traffic, dealing with fucking angry drivers. And the environment is not great or safe feeling, honestly, in Los Angeles, unfortunately. I mean, I don't want to make it seem like I'm talking all this mad shit on Los Angeles, but, it's stressful. It's very stressful, going through the traffic, you know, like the homeless people, fortunately, there's a lot of that, you know, these people need help. But I mean, sure, the moment you enter a building, oh, cool, hey, you know, take a picture, look at this is awesome. Then you go back to your outside the real world, and you're like, oh shit, let's get to the car and get the fuck out, kind of thing. It's just like, you know, it's not worth it for me. Sorry that I'm ranting here, but I just gotta talk about this. Me personally, I'm at a point now where I value like actually interacting with actual people. That to me is more valuable than like just going to an environment, say like Universal, and then I'm stuck in line and not talking to anybody because everybody's just minding their own business or stuck on their phone. I'm actually having more fun going to an environment where I can like sit at a table and talk to someone new and get to know them. You know, I'm at that point in my life where I have more fun doing that, right? And since lately me and my girlfriend will be doing a lot of like meetup groups, I can feel the difference between doing that versus being stuck in traffic for 4 fucking hours. Just to take some footage of an environment that was crowded as fuck and I couldn't really enjoy. I mean, I said this before, and you know, I know I've mentioned it a bunch of times that like I'm trying not to sell you a personality, right? I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody. Please don't misunderstand me. What I'm trying to say is that like for some, say like the people that do theme park videos, their main goal is to show how much fun they're having at that area. You know, they're, oh, this is great, this is awesome, yada yada. But again, you know, they have like early access, whereas like the crowd is more controlled to be there and stuff like that. So they're showing the best of everything. Like, you know, they got access to food or whatever, you know, the rides, this and that. I'm your average Joe. I didn't do none of that shit. I spent like I said, stuck in traffic together for like a pain in the ass. When I got there and I saw like everything is sold out, I got fucking scared thinking I wasn't be able to enter. Thankfully, the moment before we entered the park, we got like a virtual queue line to go to Super Nintendo World. If you didn't get that early enough, then, you know, if you showed up with a family who wanted to enter, then you'd be shit out of luck. You can't do that. It's stressful, dude. You know, it's a stressful day for me. I did not like it. I did not fucking like it. So, yeah, it was stressful. It was very stressful. It was a stressful day. But, I mean, I learned something about myself. I'm at a point where me and my girlfriend, we've been to Universal a bunch of times, you know, many times, right? You know, we did that a lot in our, you know, early days of our dating. You know, having like annual passes to say like Disneyland and Knott's and Universal. I mean, it's nothing new for us. I appreciate all that, right? But like I said, I'm at a point now where like I value more like social interacting with people. So I'd much rather go to an environment where it's a lot smaller, less crowded. I'm able to like chat with someone for a little bit and potentially make new friends. You know, I'm at that point in my life where I care about that more, to be honest. So I think that's what I'm going to do with myself and my time, is focus on quality time with my girlfriend where I'm not stuck in traffic miserable. Again, it kind of hit me, and I realized like I think a lot of attractions and restaurants and environments, because I see it a lot on my Instagram, you know, like things to do in LA, a lot of like pop-up events and so on and so forth. They're like, oh, come check out this interesting pop-up restaurant, this interesting horror themed restaurant. Oh, check out this now. You know, same thing with Nintendo World. It's like it's so centered around that selfie video vlogging culture. I didn't realize it until now for some reason. It just hit me like just how like a lot of this shit is just catered towards people taking selfies, right? Because everybody wants to get their likes on fucking Instagram, right? But everybody skips out on the part about like how much of a pain in the ass it is for them to get there. Right. And like, at least when I started doing like, my videos for going to like CES, I wanted to like bypass all that. I really want to show, well, what it was like from my end to go and to make those videos. Right. I try to be as honest as possible. Right. So a lot of you people appreciated that, you know, showing that honesty of like what goes on in the background rather than actually showing the overall main event. Right. Because everybody knows about that because you follow other YouTubers that, you know, talk about that. But I want to show more about the shit on my end that goes on in behind the scenes, right? So, yeah, I don't know. So anyways, I guess this is on my rant. It was a weekend. It was good because it was a learning experience, and like definitely I kind of like reevaluated my priorities now, and like up to this point, like I can see what's important to me and what's not, and like, yeah, me being stuck in traffic to go take a video of a fucking land that's crowded as shit is definitely not important to me any fucking more, not at this point, right? So I'm gonna focus more on like doing things more locally from where I live. No, and there's a lot of cool shit around me, you know, that I don't have to fucking be stuck in traffic with. Because I think this is what happens. I mean, it worked. Seeing the videos and pictures of like the Nintendo World, it worked. I saw it on videos. I'm like, oh, this looks cool. I want to see it. I went there. I fucking hated the travel to get there. When I got there, it sucked. Not because the environment sucked, it just the overall experience, because a lot of people wanted that same experience, that moment of taking pictures. It fucking crowded up the goddamn place, and it was just too much, right? I was like, ah. But anyways, yeah, it's a weird time now I think about it. It's like everything's more catered towards people wanting to take selfies to get likes on their Instagram. It's kind of like interesting. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Thanks for hanging out with me for a bit and listening to me bitch for a bit. I'll try to edit this down as much as possible. Thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. Take care and peace.